Welcome to the Conscious Leadership Summit. We are redefining how to lead. And with me today is an outstanding leader. You're going to learn so much from my guest speaker today. Her name is Himani Jain, and I'm just thrilled to have you because you are such a powerhouse. So, welcome to the summit.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melanie. So excited to be here today.
Oh my goodness, we are so excited. Please, everybody watching this, get your pen and paper ready. Make sure you drop your comments, your questions, your insights in the chat box. You know, this is interactive. This is not speakers coming together and just, delivering a talk. This is going to change the way you look at leadership. We are redefining leadership, and this is where it all starts. So, without further ado, I'm going to leave you with a fantastic speaker. First of all, Humani, what are you going to be speaking about today?
Yeah, I think I've titled my talk as The Art of Selling as a True Leader.
Sounds juicy. So, I'm going to
Thank you.
leave you on the stage and I'll be back later.
Yo, guys. So what is this art of selling and what is the connection of selling with true leadership? So I am a sales coach and I work with coaches and online specialists and entrepreneurs. So now there are actually three layers. There are multiple layers to this art of selling. Selling is just pretty much about art. Okay, so I will break it down the three steps for you, and I hope you can walk back with something really juicy and interesting. So I hope you've got your pen and paper ready. So the first layer is actually all about the myth, the whole ideology, the whole thing floating around the industry about selling and sales and icky and something which is not good, something that you don't want to touch upon, something which is like, I don't like to be sold to. Nobody likes to be sold to, guys. But in this industry that we are talking about, the entrepreneurship, we're not selling insurance. It's very different. It's the other way around because we do not hold people's hands. We let them walk into our world with whatever it is, the value that we provide. We let them show up for our events if they so choose to. We let them qualify themselves. We let them book their calls and show up to talk to us. There is nothing salesy about it. Because the minute you switch that around, the minute you understand that there's nothing salesy is when it's one way, when you're pushing yourself down somebody's throat. Okay, we are not making a phone call and say, hey, do you want to buy insurance? Hey, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy real estate? We're not doing any of that, right? So, number one, first thing is the minute you switch that mindset around the word sales, a new pathway, a new door is going to start opening up for you. This is how it happened for me. Okay. The second one is when you understand that the selling is nothing more than serving. Now we've heard about this as a true cliche, right? It's a statement. Everybody talks about it. But if you really deep down, if you do a deep dive into it, what really happens is when you show up, like, for me, when I show up in calls with my people, it's more like getting to know them. It's more like a KYC, know your customer call. It's like putting a face to the whole conversation that has happened up until that point. So as I always say, the sales do not come in, the client getting, the signing up of your clients, that does not happen from what happens inside that sales call. It's got nothing to do with it. Yeah, you just heard me right. It's got nothing to do with it. Actually, it happens from the work that happens, all that enormous, huge amount of work that happens in the background before the call, that work that leads into the call, if you're doing the calls. If you're not doing the calls, that's fine too, but I'm saying the work, the pre-selling work, the pre-nurturing work, the getting to know them, the warming them up, the opening up, the dropping off the of letting go of the guard and all of that, that work that gets done is what leads into client getting. And now when you show up as a true leader, when you show up in your true essence, when you show up in your form, when you show up as, oh my gosh, this person. So as an example, if you are helping people with, let's say you're a health coach, you're helping them get rid of some health issues, or you're helping them with their businesses, or you're helping them with any area of their life, their gut, their nutrition, their weight loss, their finances, relationship, whatever it is that you have a gift for. Now, what happens is when the sales part drops from this whole equation, all that you see as a true leader is that now you have the ability to literally hold their hand and walk them to the other side, to help them get rid of the pain, to help them get rid of the frustration, to help them, even if you're teaching them business, it's still the same thing, because what you're doing is now you're becoming a facilitator in letting them dream, in letting their family, their kids, helping them build a life of their own, because you're helping them create a legacy. You are the instrument. Now you're becoming the facilitator. That's the role of a true leader. You move them from one side to the other side, right? That's a true leadership. And then once you start hitting those notes of being a good leader, and you work with more people and you show up with more confidence and you start embodying this feeling, and it becomes so natural for you. Now the last step that happens, which is very, very beautiful and divine, and I think everybody should aim for it, is when the flow starts coming through you, when you allow the divine, the higher consciousness, the universe, God to flow through to you. And then you become open to receiving and giving, the flow, you become unstoppable at that stage. Okay. So it's very beautiful. I mean, it's a progression, but it's a lot of fun. Once you hit those notes, it's a lot of fun. Trust me, walk on that path of serving. Money, reach, people, impact, all of that is a given. It'll touch your feet. Trust me on that. It's beautiful. Walk on that path with me. I invite you to do the same. Ciao.
Oh my goodness, that was so inspiring. Yes
Thank
to
you.
being true leaders, and yes to changing our perception of what selling is. If you're a leader, you are selling yourself, your ideas, your messages, your services, or your products, depending on what you're doing on a daily basis. So the sooner you become comfortable with that, the more you're going to grow in every aspect of your life. Oh, Himani, that was really powerful. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to be here on your show, Melanie.
Oh, we are delighted to have you. And everybody watching, wasn't that absolutely amazing? We want to see your comments. We want to read your insights. And any questions you have for our speakers, please pop them in the chat box, because they'll be coming in and answering all your questions. And again, if you want to share your aha moments, your best insights, your gold nuggets, go over to social media, any platform you might be using. Just use the hashtags Conscious Leadership Summit, or CLS for short, and make sure to tag us, and we'll be giving all of you a shout out. So everybody, we'll see you right now on the next talk. Thank you.
Gift yourself a VIP pass to this talk and all other talks so you can watch them on demand for a full year. If you want to be the VIP in your life, start by upgrading to the VIP experience. Leaders take action and get results. This is what your VIP pass will get you for only €15, about $16 and just £12. Free access to all talks and workshops for a year. New talks will be added monthly. A complimentary copy of the book, The Conscious Leader, as soon as it is released next month. A complimentary issue of Movers and Shakers magazine. Add a verified credential to your LinkedIn profile after you complete a short quiz. This special summit offer is only valid until Sunday. Price will increase to $97 on June 3rd.